What's up, everybody? Mark with Coffee&Toys here, bringing you a classic vintage, call it what you will, G.I. Joe figure unboxing and review. That's right. If you're not familiar with the channel setup now, on Sundays, which is today, hopefully the video goes up today, I unbox classic / vintage G.I. Joes. Now, what do I mean by that if you're new to the channel? Basically anything from 1982 all the way to 2016 is fair game. That is what I consider vintage / classic. Obviously, the vintage pertains more to 82 through 94, the original Real American Hero line, but there are other figures such as the late 90s, early 2000s, things like Spy Troops, including also what's considered the modern era of G.I. Joe. Now, some of you might consider that classic, some of you might not. I personally don't even consider it classic, but it's getting long in the tooth, so I should probably call it classic. It is, compared now with classified, I feel like it is classic. But first, coffee. Today's coffee is once again provided by Coffee Brand Coffee. Make sure you check out coffeebrandcoffee.com. They are my supplier, my go-to for coffee. And yes, I will be doing the ambassador program with them soon, so stay tuned for your chance to not only get some great coffee, but also get it at a discount. So, with that being said, if you're new to the channel, welcome. My name's Mark. I'm with Coffee&Toys. I do G.I. Joe action figure reviews, G.I. Joe comic reviews, and then I also review any action figures that kind of hit that nostalgia button for me. So that could be Star Wars, that could be Marvel Legends, that could be wrestling, Motu. Look behind me, you can see I've got quite a collection going on. Not as big as some people's, but you know, I am an out-of-box collector. So what we do on this channel is I review the figures in the package. I'll take it out of the package. We'll talk about it, and I'll give you some history on the figure and let you know what I think about what I'm feeling as I essentially open up a figure from my childhood, something that I had or maybe something I didn't have. But with that being said, today's figure that we are unboxing is from 1992. It is from Battle Corps, and it is the Flak Viper. Let's talk about it. So the Flak Viper, I always thought this was a fun figure, and yeah, I never owned the V1 version of Flak Viper. I did own the V2 version, the one that we're going to unbox today. I saw this, I figured I had to pick it up. It was one of those childhood toys that I remember having. I remember really having fun playing with it, but it didn't survive into adulthood, unfortunately. So we're going to unbox it today. We're going to have a lot of fun doing this because it's not very often that you get to take something that's mint on card and be able to review it and then actually force yourself to open it. And sometimes it's a little hard to open some of these figures. I mean, the card on this is really nice, so I try to, just full disclosure, when I get these for the channel, I try to get ones that the card's already beat up on because I'm opening it anyway. But I don't remember how I got this one, but the card's really nice. And I really am going to have another hard time opening this. But yeah, let's jump on over. I'm going to take a drink of coffee. I'm going to take a drink of coffee, and I'm going to meet you over there to look at the version 2 G.I. Joe Real American Hero Flak Viper. Okay, so we have the G.I. Joe Battle Corps Flak Viper, the Cobra Flak Viper. And this is version 2. So if you may or may not recall that this figure actually came out first in, I'm trying to remember, maybe this is 93. This might be 1993, and 92 is actually when the Flak Viper came out, and he was a different deco. He was blue and green instead of this kind of orange and green color. And the card art was a little different then. For Battle Corps, they did the laser effects. That's when they started with the laser effects instead of the burst of fire or energy that we saw. They kind of carried that through until about 1992, and they stopped with that. In Battle Corps, they switched it over to this. And Battle Corps was a lot of repaints. But I remember getting this figure. I remember getting it. I don't remember where I got it at when I was a kid. Kmart was generally my go-to for G.I. Joes. It was, I remember Kmart, and I've talked about the other store, Big Blue. They were really close to each other. My parents would always go to both of them generally. And Kmart and Big Blue were always a little bit behind on G.I. Joes. So I would get older G.I. Joes, like in this case, I would get the Battle Corps figures, but I might go to Walmart and see like, what would have been done? Talking Battle Commanders or something a little newer. But yeah, Love this figure as a kid, and as you can see, this card art is the card art's fantastic. Carry over from the version 1, they just redecoed it. Of course, you got the Battle Corps logo up here, Flak Viper anti-aircraft trooper, completely in the package, backpack shoots, and I did want to zoom in so you guys can see that this did originally retail for $2.99 at Toys R Us back in the day, so it still has the original retail sticker on it. Caution, do not aim weapons at eyes or face. Of course not, but, well, you know, we probably did anyway. And yeah, if we flip it over to the back, I'll go ahead and put it back here so you can see it. We do see the awesome cross-sell of everybody that was in that line. And I can tell you right now, from this line, I only got, from these right here, I only got the Cobra. So I had the Flak Viper, I had the Alley Viper, and I had the Heat Viper. I had all 3 of them. And then, of course, you got the new special forces. You have the Battle Corps, the Ninja Force, and the DEF still being promoted, even though DEF was on the later side. And then, yeah, some vehicles right here, the G.I. Joe Mudbuster and the Cobra Ice Snake. I do believe I had the Ice Snake. I do remember I had that one. And then, of course, we got the Flak Viper file card down here. And I always love that they put all these little numbers. I always just memorize all the things that they had so that I, you know, the laser rifle with the machete, crazy bayonet, machete bayonet, electronic firing, dual missile launcher backpack, high altitude tail biter missiles, side pocket ammo holder, cerebral helmet with aircraft detection analyzer and night vision goggles, anti-radiation sure grip battle gloves, protective non-corrosive leg shield slip-ons. So very cool. But yeah, that being said, on this channel, we do live unboxings. I don't cut away. So we are going to unbox this thing right now. So again, this was a really nice card. You know, it's got some warp to it, so I guess I shouldn't feel that bad. But let's go ahead and open it up. This was number 9 in the lineup. So let's get him open and see if I can pop my thumb back there and maybe get this plastic to peel away. Oh, already messed up. 30 years, folks. 30 years. There's the figure. We have the secret of the Dark Lagoon, and we've previously looked at that with other unboxings, but there is a mini comic in here, it looks like. So we'll, oh my, there is a mini comic. I don't remember that from being a kid. Let's go ahead and get, just, sometimes you gotta tear mark. There we go. So, dump out all the accessories. There's the file card, or the file stand, or the figure stand. Jeez, words are escaping me today. And let's get these off to the side. And let's start with the figure himself. So this is the Flak Viper. This is the first time it's ever been moved from the package. 30 years, man. 32 years, actually, if we say it's from 92. Yeah, that bright orange helmet. Give you a good zoom in on it real quick so you can see what we're dealing with. I love the fact that he had these 5 Sky Strikers on his chest, meaning that he's taken down at least 5 Sky Strikers himself. And yeah, you got the bright orange with the green, and it's just a wacky neon figure, but I love this figure as a kid. I thought it was so cool, all the way down to the boots. Of course, this is a G.I. Joe action figure, so you know all the articulation on these guys. Look at that. Look at that tight O-ring. No problems there. 30-year-old O-ring still holding up fine. Spin him around so you can see the back. Made in China. Let's see what the old date stamp on the leg says. Looks like it says 1991 Hasbro. 1991 Hasbro. All right. So, of course, this is the figure. I absolutely love it. That head is very tight on there. And yeah, let's go ahead and stand him here for a minute. And let's go through the accessories. Of course, the first accessory we'll handle is his bright orange gun with a machete, laser rifle with a machete bayonet. Absolutely crazy. The weapons during this time just got larger and larger and crazier. He does come with a figure stand, so that's good. And then he does come with his backpack, this green backpack with the 2 buttons on the bottom. And of course, in this backpack, you put in these 2 orange missiles. So let's just go ahead and do that right now. 1, 2. And there it was. That's basically what you did. And if we were to go ahead and accessorize the figure, and this was pretty much it. This is what he did. He was an anti-aircraft person. Now, I did use him to straight up shoot missiles directly at Joe's, which probably wasn't the the best way to attack G.I. Joe, since you only have 2 of them, but he did carry his laser rifle as well. And he's pretty much geared up. Let's do a quick test. And fire. It still works. Perfect. Hey, might as well shoot the other one. Yeah, that one didn't fall off the table, thankfully. So yeah, you just put them back in there. And yeah, let me put him on his figure stand real quick. Perfect. Let me get that other missile that fell onto the ground. And let's get him situated. So there we go. We have the figure itself. And like I said, it did come with the Secret of the Dark Lagoon. Now, I did cover these in a couple other reviews of vintage figures, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it. But again, the whole thing that G.I. Joe or Hasbro did with their G.I. Joe marketing was excellent. Hey, buy our overstock. Here's some stuff we had. You could have gotten the whale. You could have got the whale for, I think we said it was $30. $29.95 and 5 flag points, or $33.70. And absolutely crazy. So yeah, this was such a smart thing by Hasbro to do. But I do not recall this. This is a G.I. Joe comic written by Larry Hama. Actually, Larry Hama and Paul Kirshner both wrote the script to this one. And this is really cool. Jungle Fury. I don't remember my figure coming with one of these, but there's Snake Eyes in his Ninja Force outfit, taking on a Night Stalker, getting a Night Creeper. Snake Eyes beating the heck out of a Night Creeper. Looks like we have an Alley Viper. We have Sonic Major Blood. Who's that supposed to be? Is that... I'm reading through it to try to figure out who it is. Maybe on the front. Oh, Muskrat. Okay, so it's Muskrat. I mean, very cool. Look at this. This is a cool little comic. And of course, it looks like they have helped their forces out, this tribe out. G.I. Joe is now appearing in Marvel Comics. Oh, they spelled subscribe wrong. Subscribe to 6 monthly issues for $4.99 plus 2 UPCs. You could have got 6 issues of G.I. Joe for $5 back in the day. Very cool. Picture of Cobra Commander on the back. Yes, sign me up for the 6 monthly issues. Sending it in. Expires December 31st, 1993. Allow 10 weeks for first issue delivery. Very cool. So that was a fun little surprise to include it with this review. But yeah, one final look at the Flak Viper, completely geared up. Can't wait to put him on my vintage shelf. Like I said, I remember having this as a kid, and it's such a fun figure. But you guys tell me. But before you do, make sure you like this video. If you enjoyed the vintage review, I really appreciate it. It really helps out the channel. Make sure you hit that bell notification, set it to all notifications. And yeah, drop me a comment. Did you have Flak Viper version 2? Or did you get the first version of Flak Viper and say, hey, I don't need a repaint for this? I know a lot of people had the blue one. I just never saw it. Never saw it in stores. This was the one I always saw. This is the one I got. But with that being said, I'm Mark. You've been watching Coffee with Toys, and I'll see you later.